Have you ever encountered someone and felt like the bond between you was unique from the very start? Not just physical attraction, but something more profound, as if life somehow brought you both together at precisely the right moment. Sometimes, when two individuals are truly destined to be with one another, certain emotional patterns naturally begin to show up in the relationship. The bond feels calm, significant, reassuring, and nearly impossible to overlook. In today's video, we're discussing 5 things that almost always occur when two people are meant to be together. Some of these indicators are subtle, but once you go through them, you'll start recognizing that the connection may be far deeper than you imagined. But before we dive in, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more relationship psychology and love content like this. Now sit back, relax, and let's get started. Sign number 1. You cross paths at the exact moment you needed each other most. One of the most unusual things about meaningful relationships is timing. Most people imagine soul connections happening when life is perfect, but honestly, that's rarely the case. Usually, two people who are meant to be together meet during phases of growth, healing, loneliness, transition, or emotional change. Maybe you were healing from a broken heart. Maybe they were trying to rebuild their life. Maybe both of you were becoming stronger, wiser versions of yourselves without even realizing it. And somehow, despite all the odds, your paths intersected at exactly the right time. Not too early, not too late. The connection entered your life at a moment when you genuinely needed each other emotionally. Sometimes one person brings calm into the other's turmoil. Sometimes they bring drive, healing, emotional backing, or simply understanding. What makes these bonds powerful is that they often feel significant from the outset. Even if the relationship develops slowly, there's this odd feeling that meeting them changed something inside you forever. Sign number 2. Being with them feels like calm, not turmoil. Many people mistake emotional chaos for love because modern relationships frequently normalize mixed signals, anxiety, and emotional ups and downs. But when two people are genuinely destined to be together, the connection usually brings peace instead of ongoing emotional strain. Of course, no relationship is flawless, but underneath everything there is emotional safety and clarity. You don't constantly feel confused about where you stand with them. You don't spend every night overthinking their behavior or wondering if they care. Their actions match their energy. Their effort feels authentic. Even during arguments, there's still respect and emotional steadiness beneath the conflict. And honestly, one of the biggest signs of a deep connection is how calm your nervous system feels around them. You feel emotionally secure enough to unwind and be yourself. You don't feel like you constantly have to compete for their attention or plead for reassurance. Real love often feels peaceful because it removes emotional uncertainty instead of creating more of it. Sign number 3. You don't have to make yourself smaller to be loved. One of the deepest signs that two people belong together is that the relationship allows both individuals to fully become themselves. You don't feel the need to conceal parts of your personality just to keep them interested. You don't feel like you have to act differently, stay quiet, lower your expectations, or constantly change who you are to earn love. Instead, they naturally encourage your growth. They support your dreams, your healing, your confidence, and your uniqueness. Around the right person, you start becoming more of yourself, not less. And that's something truly special, because unhealthy relationships often make people feel emotionally small. They make people feel like they must constantly perform to remain loved. But meaningful love creates emotional freedom. You feel accepted for who you truly are, imperfections included. And interestingly, when someone genuinely loves you deeply, they often inspire you to become a better version of yourself naturally, not through pressure, but through emotional support and encouragement. Sign number 4. Even silence between you feels meaningful. This is one of the most underrated signs of a deep emotional connection. When two people truly belong together, they don't always need endless conversation to feel close. Sometimes simply being near each other feels comforting enough. You can sit together quietly, drive together in silence, or spend time without forcing interaction, and somehow the connection still feels complete. There's no pressure to constantly impress each other or keep entertaining conversation every second. Their presence alone feels calming. Honestly, emotional comfort like this is very rare, because most people only feel connected when there's constant excitement or stimulation. But true emotional intimacy often reveals itself in silence. It's the feeling that even when no words are being spoken, you still feel emotionally understood, emotionally connected, and emotionally safe. Their presence starts feeling like home instead of pressure. And when two people can genuinely enjoy each other's silence, it usually means the connection goes much deeper than surface-level attraction. Sign number 5. Life starts aligning in unexpected ways. One of the most beautiful things about meaningful relationships is how they often inspire positive change in both people's lives. Sometimes, after meeting the right person, things slowly begin falling into place emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. You become more motivated, more focused, more hopeful about life. Certain opportunities start appearing, old wounds begin healing, and somehow the relationship pushes both people toward growth naturally. This doesn't mean life suddenly becomes perfect, but it often feels like the connection brings alignment instead of damage. The relationship motivates both people to improve their lives rather than losing themselves emotionally. Many people look back later and realize that meeting that person completely changed the direction of their life in ways they never expected. The right relationship often creates emotional clarity instead of emotional confusion. It helps both people grow instead of holding each other back. And even during tough times, the connection still feels meaningful because both people continue choosing each other through growth, change, and life's challenges. At the end of the day, when two people are truly meant to be together, the connection usually feels deeper than temporary attraction. There's emotional safety, calm, understanding, growth, comfort, and a feeling that life somehow brought both of you together for a reason. And while no relationship is perfect, truly meaningful connections often feel natural instead of forced. Which of these signs resonates with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more relationship psychology and love content. And thank you for watching.